Earth, 4.5 billion years in the making. Before our time, before our cities and our stories, Earth was a world ruled by giants, a forgotten kingdom of monstrous predators and bizarre creatures whose very existence challenges our imagination. We like to think of our history as long, but humanity's reign is just a whisper in a story written over billions of years. What happened in the unwritten chapters? Who were the kings and queens of a world that existed in a geologic time so deep it feels like a fever dream? We've unearthed the bones, the teeth, the footprints. But the real story? The one of their lives, their intelligence, their struggles for dominance. That story is what we'll tell today. Before we continue, please subscribe and give us a like as we proceed to journey into the abyss of time and meet 10 mysterious creatures that ruled Earth before humans. 10. Quetzalcoatlus, the Colossal Sky Tyrant. At number 10, we have a ruler not of the land or the sea, but of the sky itself. Forget what you know about birds. This is the Quetzalcoatlus, a pterosaur with a wingspan of up to 36 feet, the size of a small private jet. It lived during the late Cretaceous period, soaring over the heads of the very dinosaurs that would one day be nothing more than a memory. A bizarre, majestic giant. With its long, slender beak and thin body, it looked like a flying giraffe. Its jaw was toothless, but it could swallow prey whole. Its legs were surprisingly long and powerful, designed for walking on the ground like a prehistoric stork. At number 9, we journey into the Eocene period, 45 million years ago, to meet a creature that defied categorization. This is Andrewsarchus, a carnivorous mammal so big and so ferocious that it rewrites our understanding of prehistoric predators. With a skull almost a meter long, it possessed one of the largest land mammal jaws ever discovered. Imagine a wolf mixed with a bear and a bit of a pig, all on a much grander scale. It had a long snout, a powerful neck, and a body that could have weighed over 2,000 pounds. While often depicted as a wolf-like creature, some evidence suggests it was related to artiodactyls, the group that includes modern-day sheep, deer, and hippos. A meat-eating sheep with a skull like a grizzly bear. At number 8, we journey into the Devonian period, over 380 million years ago, to find our next ruler. An age known as the Age of Fishes, but one fish reigned supreme. This is the Dunkleosteus, a prehistoric armored placoderm that grew to be up to 30 feet long. Imagine a shark, but instead of cartilage, its head and upper body were encased in thick, bony plates, and instead of teeth, its jaws were two razor-sharp, self-sharpening bone plates that acted like a pair of giant scissors. Its entire head was a weapon, a crushing apparatus that could exert a bite force of up to 8,000 pounds per square inch, more powerful than a T-Rex. Let's head back to the land, specifically to the humid, swampy forests of the Carboniferous period, 315 million years ago. Thanks to an oxygen-rich atmosphere, life could grow to incredible sizes. One creature in particular would make you run for the hills. This is the Arthroplura, a land arthropod that grew to up to 8.5 feet long. A giant, segmented millipede the size of a modern car. Its body was composed of around 30 hard-plated segments. It crawled on up to 60 pairs of legs, a rustling sound announcing its presence long before you saw it. But despite its fearsome appearance, the Arthroplura was likely an herbivore, feasting on the decaying vegetation on the forest floor. Titanoboa, the king of the swamps. 60 million years ago, just after the dinosaurs vanished, the world was a tropical paradise. The average temperature was much higher than today, and this allowed one of the most terrifying creatures to evolve. This is the Titanoboa, a constrictor snake that could grow up to 42 feet long and weigh as much as a small car. The Titanoboa was a gigantic ancestor of the modern boa constrictor. It was an ambush predator that lived in the swamps and rivers of what is now Colombia. Its immense size was a direct result of the incredibly hot climate, as snakes are ectothermic and need warmth to grow. It was an apex predator, and its diet included giant turtles and crocodilians that were equally massive. Kindly subscribe and give us a like if you are enjoying the video, as we continue to journey into the abyss of time and meet 10 mysterious creatures that ruled Earth before humans. Basilosaurus, the serpent king of the seas. Returning to the oceans, in the late Eocene period, around 40 million years ago, the first true whales were emerging, but these were not the gentle giants we know today. The king of the oceans was a creature that looked more like a sea serpent. This is the Basilosaurus, a primitive whale that grew up to 60 feet long. The name Basilosaurus means king lizard, but it wasn't a reptile. It was a massive, serpentine whale with a long, flexible body and a surprisingly small, sharp-toothed mouth. It also had tiny, vestigial hind legs, a remnant of its land-dwelling ancestors. Its body was perfectly adapted for speed and agility in the open ocean. Meganeura, the giant dragonfly. Let's get small, but not too small. Back in the Carboniferous period, that oxygen-rich atmosphere didn't just create giant millipedes, it created giant insects. The king of the skies at that time wasn't a massive pterosaur, it was an insect. This is the Meganeura, a giant dragonfly with a wingspan of up to 2.5 feet. Essentially, a gigantic dragonfly. It looked just like its modern descendants, but on a terrifying scale. Its huge, compound eyes gave it incredible vision, and its powerful wings allowed it to fly at high speeds with unmatched agility. Its mouth was filled with powerful mandibles, perfect for grabbing and devouring prey. Mosasaurus, the dinosaur of the deep. The dinosaurs ruled the land, but at number 3, we have a creature that ruled the oceans during the same period. This is the Mosasaurus, a marine reptile that grew up to 50 feet long, a giant carnivorous marine lizard. Unlike whales, which evolved from land mammals, the Mosasaurus was a true reptile, a close relative of modern snakes and monitor lizards. It had a long, streamlined body, paddle-like flippers, and a powerful fluke tail. Its jaws were a nightmare, filled with rows of sharp, conical teeth. Megalodon, the true king of the oceans. At number 2, we come to a creature that needs no introduction. Its name alone sends shivers down your spine. This is the Megalodon, the largest shark that ever lived. It ruled the oceans during the Miocene and Pliocene periods, and its name literally means giant tooth. A shark on a scale we can barely comprehend. It grew to up to 60 feet long, and its teeth were the size of a human hand. It was the undisputed apex predator of its time, a killing machine, perfectly evolved to hunt and kill whales. Its jaw was so powerful that it could crush the skull of a sperm whale. Haast's eagle, the apex predator of the human era. At our number 1 spot, we have a creature that didn't just live before humans, it lived with them, and it hunted them. This is the Haast's eagle, a gigantic eagle that lived in New Zealand just a few hundred years ago. This was the largest eagle to ever live. It had a wingspan of up to 10 feet and weighed up to 33 pounds. Its talons were the size of a tiger's claws, and its body was so powerful that it could dive at speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, hitting its prey with the force of a concrete block. These are 10 mysterious creatures that ruled Earth before humans. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tell us in the comments section what you feel about these creatures, and subscribe for the continuation of the video.